I'm about to go to the Great Wolf Lodge, Florida's largest water park hotel, just for the food.
Today, we are going to the Great Wolf Lodge. Ugh. Edward, what was that?
Nothing.
Okay, let me start over. Girlies, today we're going to the Great Wolf Lodge.
Ew!
Edward, you can't say ew every time I say wolf. It's wrong, it's 2026.
What am I?
We've been over this, Edward. Vampire. You keep forgetting. In this video, we are going to the Great Wolf Lodge. The Great Wolf Lodge is the biggest water park hotel in the whole state of Florida. And Florida is known for its water. It's surrounded by it. We get a lot of rain. And also, I think Dasani was created here. I just made that up. I felt like lying. So the fact that it's the biggest water park, that's crazy. We're gonna see something that's unprecedented. So I'm so hyped for this video. I have never been, obviously, but I've heard some things about it. I heard it has a wilderness theme, which I'm so hyped about because I love the wilderness. You know, when you walk into the lobby, I heard that you smell the odors of the oaks. Poison ivy leaves fall down from the ceiling like confetti. You get chased by a bear and you have to catch a salmon with your teeth in order to check in. It sounds terrifying. Why am I going? This isn't my brand. No, I like luxury, opulence. None of that's probably true, but I have heard that they have a lot of food options. They have a food court. They have a breakfast all-you-can-eat buffet feast. They have multiple sit-down restaurants with full service. So that's the main reason why I'm going. So throughout 3 days, we are going to taste test all the different options at the Great Wolf Lodge, including the boar that I'm gonna catch in the lobby with my bare hands.
Oh!
What's that behind me? Is that a wild wolf? Oh my God, she's so scary. I didn't know that wolves had big bug eyes like that. Maybe she's half wolf, half alien. Oh, she's tired. I don't wanna bother her. Let me stop talking to her. I'm gonna give you my brutally honest opinions throughout the whole video, and I'm gonna let you know if the food is worth it. And of course, we're doing a room tour, and we are gonna tour the whole hotel premises and explore every square foot. Okay, this is a square, and this is a foot. Now, am I going swimming in the water park? We'll see. I'm not a big swimmer. I learned when I was like 13, and I also just got a perm, and Legally Blonde taught me that you cannot get your perm wet within the first couple weeks, or else you can't go to law school. And I need to go to law school. Anyways, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the easiest way to support little old me in my whole dainty career. Also subscribe, because my wolf daughter, the she-wolf, Shakira! Because my wolf daughter wants you to subscribe, so you should listen to her. Surprise! Welcome to the set of my new channel, Timmy Tries to Talk. It's the same set as my main channel, but just lit differently, new angle, you know. I got creative with it. The budget was $0 and a hope. Timmy Tries to Talk is gonna be a podcast style channel where I talk about whatever I want to. I'm giving myself full free will. And in the first episode, I am retelling the whole Twilight movie from start to finish. And I just wanna make it clear, nothing is changing on my main channel. The schedule and quality will stay the same. This is just more content for my girlies. So if you're interested, the link will be down below. Subscribe, but first watch this video. Before we go, let's practice something else that Legally Blonde taught us. We bend and snap. Works every time. No, wait, that wasn't wolf themed enough. Bark and snap. Oh my. Much better. Let's go. Oh, it's a 3-hour drive, but don't worry, that's gonna be edited down to like 10 seconds. You're so lucky for that. Check your privilege.
Okay, girlies, we are 1 hour away. I've been driving for 2 hours. I have to take a massive piss, or I'm about to leak it out. Either way, it's coming out. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm at a racetrack. I can't believe in just an hour, we're gonna be in Naples, Florida. And if I said that with an I instead of an A, it would make me laugh so hard. I really wanted to do like a road trip, like driving montage to make the video a bit more cinematic and a bit more IMAX level, you know? But I'm only one person and there was no one to film me driving and I couldn't film it myself. I follow the law and the rules. So here's me dancing instead. Hi, puppy. Puppy, puppy. Someone haunted me. I'm so flattered. We have arrived at the Great Wolf Lodge. Look how pretty it is. Now, I knew this place was gonna look good, but did I know it was gonna look great? Yes, I did. It's in the name, so it's great.
Tony!
Girlies, we're here. I am very surprised by how pretty this place is. I saw a picture online, but it did not do it justice. This looks like a hotel, but like a good one, you know? Also, there is a dog paw on the side of the hotel. High five. Oh, and I forgot to mention the price. It was around $200 a night, which honestly is not that bad because the cheapest room is a suite. That's what I got. It's a family suite. I'm here with my invisible family. Tammy, stop. My wife just keeps kissing me on the cheek. She can't get enough. But I've had enough, to be honest. I want a divorce. And that price also comes with free access to the water park every day. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I think it's gonna be a great stay. Someone behind me.
This is the entrance. As you can see, it says Great Wolf Lodge, and they have this gorgeous wooden statue of a wolf.
Jacob?
Okay, I hear like music coming from the lobby. It's giving theme park. It's giving Epcot if it wasn't focused on the future, if it was focused on colonial life. And to be honest, I think that's the life I want to have. What does the back of the sign say? Have a great wolf day. That doesn't even make sense grammatically, to be honest. And I was homeschooled, even I know that. That's crazy. It's now time to enter the lobby. I'm nervous. I don't know what to expect. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, that's really pretty. And there's no poison ivy falling. That was a rumor. So I brought calamine for no reason. It smells so good. It actually smells good. Not like an oak, like Febreze. There's a massive fireplace in the center of the room that makes it feel so grand. And there's also rings of candles lining the whole ceiling. They remind me of rings from Jared, but instead of diamonds, we have Bath and Body Works. And we have this gorgeous painting by Leonardo DiCaprio. I know you thought I was gonna say Da Vinci. No, the actor painted this. I'm so impressed. There's so much to explore. I'm overwhelmed. But first, let's just focus on checking in, going to our room, eating dinner, because I'm really hungry. It's 5 p.m. It's past my dinner time. I prefer to eat at 4. I'm too greedy to wait. Okay, so you check in using a QR code. She said, girl, what? Girl, I agree. Wolves and bears don't know how to use a touch screen. They didn't grow up on iPads like humans did. The immersion's kind of broken, but I appreciate the convenience. So this is the little check-in screen. As you can see, you have to press different buttons and basically check in. I think that's pretty obvious. The check-in did not work, so I have to go to the front desk instead. So much for futuristic forest technology. Whoa, I'm sparkling. This is the skin of a model, Bella. I'm officially checked in. The front desk guy was so nice. And he was like, what brings you to Great Wolf? And I said, I love a water slide. No, I said, I'm a vlogger and I'm here to taste test all the food. And he was like, oh, that's cool. And then he put me on the top floor. He was like, there's gonna be no one above you. And I think he did that because I'm a vlogger. So there are perks to eating on camera like a idiot, you know, being an idiot sandwich. Anyways, I'm gonna put my little parking voucher on my car, grab my other suitcase, and then we're gonna go see our room. I'm so excited. Look both ways. Okay, I think we're safe. Oh wait, and he told me that tonight the dinner buffet is open. He said the dinner buffet is only opened on very busy days, and it's a busy day. And he told me it's an Italian feast. He said it's all Italian food. I said, grazie. So that's what we're having for dinner. And tomorrow night, we'll try the sit-down restaurant. I'm so excited. Here's the main elevator area. As you can see, there's multiple rooms that can go up and down surrounding it. And this is inside of the elevator. It's all wood and metal, you know, everything you need to build a log cabin. And these people, I felt so bad. I did not mean to close it on them. Once I exited the elevator, I saw this family of deer staring into my soul. And I felt so uncomfortable, to be honest. These are the hallways to the rooms. We have tree decals from Amazon. $5.99. We love that. And a deer lamp.
The hallways do smell like a forest. I can confirm that. I don't know if it's an air freshener or if a Zadi with good cologne just passed through, but either way, I'm enjoying it. My room is 7133. I have a wristband, which basically is the key to the room, the key to parking, which is $20 a night. Ouch. But that's common with hotels, sadly. It's a horrible trend. And he told me that like a cruise, you can use the wristband to pay for things. There's a little chip in there. Anyways. Where am I? 7133, 7135. The room has 2 numbers. Am I sharing it? I mean, I'll be fine with it if it's the Zadi with cologne, but no one else. Should I try to go in? I'm actually scared someone's gonna be in there. Let's see, I think I put the wristband on wrong. Is it gonna go? Oh, it did. Oh my gosh, it turned green. Hello? Who goes there? Oh, this is so nice from what I can see in the shadows. Where's the light? Okay. Oh, oh, we're here. Woo! Yeah. This is really pretty. It's really big. Let's start from the beginning. This is what I just walked into. Are you not ready? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've never seen a room like this in my life. Genuinely, like, look at those chairs. I think they stole those from a abandoned Cracker Barrel. Honestly, I can still see the crusted on hash brown casserole stuck to the seat. This is super cute. Is the furniture a little basic? Yes, but I don't care. At least they put effort into the walls, okay? They chose this color of paint because guess what it makes you feel? It makes you feel like you're out in the wilderness climbing a tree. It makes you feel like you just accidentally grabbed a beehive and then they attack you and your name is Thomas J. That's how it makes you feel. We have a modern thermostat. Let's put it as low as it can go, 6.6. Okay, so they chose hell. They chose that as their path. I'm not gonna judge them, but that's not what I would have picked. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, I thought this was like graffiti at first. No, it's meant to be there. What an interesting design. They were like, let's make it a little modern, put some spray paint on the walls, a little pop of blue in my hair for the Teen Vogue party. Okay. This is the front door. As you can see, they have a sign that says hibernation hours. It's basically saying, keep it down, be quiet because your neighbors are hibernating, okay? They got the cork already in. They're clogged up until next season. And I relate to that, so I will be quiet. I will be demure. It's fine with me. And here we have what is supposed to be a closet. I do feel like they could have put some effort into this closet. Maybe a door would be nice. As someone who stayed in a closet for so many years, I did like my privacy from time to time. And then we have a sink on the outside of the bathroom, which is an interesting choice. They're like, I hope you don't mind, the bacteria is gonna stay on your hands a little bit longer. And then here we have some cubby holes if you're staying for a while and you need somewhere to store your extra logs for the fire. Just like Ma and Pa from Little House on the Prairie used to say, you can never have enough logs because if you run out, you'll freeze. The wisest words ever spoken. And then we have the little coffee maker here. I don't know if it's a good one or a bad one. I don't drink coffee, but you let me know. To me, it looks really nice. It looks like stainless steel. I've been trying to stain it for so many years and it's truly impossible. And here we have an LG TV. I haven't seen an LG TV in a room in a while, honestly. The fact that Lady Gaga paused her halftime show performance just to create this TV using only her little paws, you know, it's incredible. And here we have a mini fridge. Is it crusty? Good news, it's not crusty. It's a little musty. No, I'm just kidding, it smells fine. And the bed frames themselves are, yes, redwood, imported from California to Florida. The budget they had for this room was, I guess, endless, because that's unheard of. They could have just chopped down a palm tree in Florida, but they said, no, too much of a coconut scent. And these lights have some fake bugs on them. For a second, I thought they were real. I thought that they released bugs into each room just to make it all feel more real, but they didn't. And the truth is, we can't expect everything. They already provided me with real, authentic wood. I can't have it all. And that's just a fact of life. There's a phone, so in case you get lost in the forest, you are not gonna have to become a wood nymph. You can come back to society. Now, I feel like this area really does feel the most like a cabin. Oh, we have a trunk for a table. Does this open? What's in here? Candies and foods? Because that's all I want right now. I'm very hungry. Open up. I think it's fake, to be honest. I don't think that's real. And I think the illusion really is starting to break from the fake bugs to the fake trunk, but we're gonna stay positive. This might look like a window to you, but it's actually a painting, which is so crazy. It's an illusion of the future, you know? And it's of a mountainside with a bunch of trees. I think Edward and Bella are in that one currently. And he's saying, hold tight, spider monkey. And she's like, and then we have another light here. This one's very cute. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's whimsical. And this is the view. Honestly, they gave me a gorgeous view. I'm very grateful for it. If you just cover up most of it, that is Mother Earth. That's what she's all about. Mama, your ozone layer looks so good right now. Did you get an ozone BBL? But then, of course, we have human-made objects. What have they done? What have we done? Still nice though, even with the crust on the roof. Now let's see the bathroom. Oh, how quaint. No, it's fine, it's great. Look, this is what it looks like. Is it anything special? No, but it's fine. It's a tub with a shower. We have some soaps super glued to the wall. And then we have some towels in this wooden structure that is right over the toilet. I hope it does not fall on me. And the toilet, is it clean? Ugh. Yes, okay. Why am I expecting a big caca splat? What does that say about me? Girlies, I am happy with this room. It is simple, but it looks very cozy. And even though some of the furniture is basic, there is still an aesthetic of barbecue and trucks. And what else could a man ask for? Let's go eat. Let's go to the buffet. I am so hungry. My stomach is like...
Oh, look how precious. The carpet has little footsteps of different critters. We got deer, we got pig, we got the McRib. I love evolution. I really do. So this is where we're having dinner, girlies. We're not eating at the Italian buffet. It actually was not open. So we're eating at the sit-down restaurant called Fireside. The inside of the restaurant looked like a normal restaurant with a themed wallpaper and like half a tent. So that was so exciting. And this was the kitchen area, and this is the menu. The menu would not stay open, so I really struggled to film it. I'm so sorry. I was using one hand to hold it open, one hand to film, and there were lots of pages. But for my two appetizers, I got the cornbread. It's a big mountain of it. And then also the house salad, which looked so full of so many different toppings.
Girlies, I don't like this flap. It's bugging me. I think I put this on wrong. Can I tuck it under? Please? Okay, no, it's fine. I'm overwhelmed. This place is very loud. It's very nice. Oh, it all looks amazing so far.
Thank you.
Let me just say the staff has been wonderful, amazing. It's just a very loud place. There was a whole dance party going on. I swear, it was louder than a concert. Like the bass was shaking the whole lodge. The wolves were trembling. They were scared. They were like, what is this noise? I'm used to a quiet cave. But the restaurant itself is calmer. I got a salad to start with, literally just for the ranch, because I'm craving the flavor of ranch. I hope it's good ranch. I just said ranch 4 times in the past 10 seconds. And I couldn't be happier. So let's try this. It's different lettuces. I'm seeing possibly butter lettuce. I'm seeing maybe iceberg. Oh, look, Jack and Rose are floating there. How dark. I love my sense of humor. I really do. It scares me sometimes. Please be good ranch. Please don't be Hidden Valley. Please be Show Off Mountain. Okay. Yeah, that's her. She's been hiding, so we thought she was gone, but no, the valley is there. I'm not mad though. It's enjoyable. You know, I would prefer house made with maybe buttermilk, with the butter and the milk together. Oh my God. All the veggies are real crunchy, like extra crunchy. I feel like they were... Whoa, party! I'm trying to embrace the loudness. It's fine. Thank you so much. Looks amazing. Thank you. That's my entree. Oh, this doesn't taste like a salad. It tastes like one of those platters from the supermarket that you get of all the raw vegetables, like the raw broccoli, the raw snap peas that you have to really chew through because they're so thick and leathery. And then the processed ranch in the center that you dip everything into. It tastes just like that, but just on a plate instead of a platter. 3 out of 10, but I'm gonna eat more of it after I try this cornbread. So this portion is incredible. They gave me a whole birthday cake of cornbread and also half a used container of honey. Do I get to keep this? Can I shove it in my little Disney purse? Is that lettuce on my purse? We're just gonna save that for later. But before we dig into this hot cornbread, I'm gonna melt some butter on it, drizzle some honey on it. If I was with other people, I would be classy. I would slice this up and just have a little piece, but I'm alone. So I might as well just stick in, right? Let's see how it is. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mmm. Mmm. Okay, listen, I think I might like it here. After that salad, I was like, oh no, we are getting theme park food from the gutters. But the truth is, this is very good. This is like a high-end restaurant cornbread. It tastes like cornbread with an extra sweetness and an extra saltiness. It's almost like both of those elements are enhanced, which is so interesting. There's also a cake mix flavor to it. I'm not saying it's a cake mix, but in a good way. It's almost like a birthday cake meets a cornbread. It's so interesting. And the texture is also different. It's very crumbly instead of being super cakey. sticky, but I kind of like that's crumbling into my gut and bringing me joy. So I can't complain about that. My only complaint is that there is a slight freezer aftertaste. I don't know if this was frozen. I don't know if the batter was frozen, but something about it tastes frostbitten. Like I feel like its fingers might rot, like just a little bit. You know what I mean? But thankfully it's a cornbread. It does not have fingers or toes or a nose. So it should be able to make it out of this, but something's a little bit off. Otherwise, it's truly delicious and incredible. I'm gonna still give it an 8 out of 10, even with the frostbite vibe, because it's that good. Is this what it feels like to be Elsa? Everything tastes a little bit like a whirlpool freezer.
For my entree, I got the short rib bolognese. This is how it looks. What do we think?
So I ordered the short rib bolognese. Let me translate that from breath. Bolognese. I got this because I wanted to eat at the Italian buffet, but I think the information the guy gave me was incorrect, which is totally fine. People make mistakes, like I'm not mad. But the buffet was definitely not open. It was fully closed and it was not gonna open later. It was already 7 p.m. So I was like, okay, I can't have my Italian feast. But on this menu, there is array of Bella. And I'm not talking about Twilight Bella, even though I've been joking about Twilight this whole video. I'm talking about like Italian Bella, like beautiful girl from Sicily. Anytime someone drops something, I try my best not to look at them because I don't want them to feel embarrassed. Like once when I was at the mall, I was like 15. I was in the food court. I was going around and around getting samples multiple times. Someone had spilt soda on the floor and I was in chancleta and my chancleta slipped on it and I literally slammed to the floor. But because I do have survival instincts, I grabbed onto the table nearest to me and I brought it down with me. It didn't save me. I destroyed it, to be honest. And a family was sitting there and their baby started crying and they didn't mind that I spilled their food. They just were saying, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, yes, I'm sorry. And it was traumatizing. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, the bolognese. So I ordered the short rib bolognese thinking it would look a bit more restaurant-y, but to me, this looks like ragu spaghetti, a Sunday dinner. And that's totally fine. I love a homemade moment. It might taste amazing. So it has spaghetti, lodge-made sauce with red wine. Instead of house-made, it's lodge-made. Braised short ribs, ground sirloin, roasted tomatoes, and fresh herbs. Okay, so it has 2 meats. We got the cheap meat and the pricey meat. That way they can balance out the cost. I see. I get it. I'm a businessman. Help me. Oh, I'm foolish. I'm so foolish. Give me some cornbread. Oh, I need a flower for this vase. I should have gotten something else. The menu was so big and the world was my oyster. It was like, here's a pearl. But I chose this. I was so set on an Italian flavor. I was so excited for it. But where did it get me? On a canoe in Italy? No, what are those boats called? The boat with the man with the mustache and the striped shirt. A canoe, but like Italian, a canoe. I don't know. What I do know is that this has little to no flavor. I would rather take a ragu, to be honest. A prego, a lumpia, adobo. I ate it every day. I would take any store-bought brand of pasta sauce over this. It really does taste like tomato sauce, ground beef, flavorless, blubbery short rib with a whale aesthetic. When I look in the mirror, I say, that's what I got too. We're matching. I don't taste the fresh herbs. I don't taste any hint of Giada's family tree. Nothing. The pasta's al dente, so we love that. Whoever made it, they did the best job. But the sauce really has absolutely nothing going on. And the meat gave me the ick. Horrible. Everyone keeps telling me, Timmy, you need to speak up when the food is bad. You need to tell the waiter it's not good, so they have feedback. That's literally what I do. I just don't want to do it in person. They can watch the video later and find out. I gotta give that a 2 out of 10. Shocking. Good thing is, I'm gonna fill up on cornbread.
For dessert, I got the Lodge S'mores. It's basically dippable dessert items with marshmallows and chocolate.
Okay, I did not expect this dessert to be this massive. This could feed me and my whole invisible family. Sadly, they only eat invisible food, so it's all for me. Oh, so tragic. These are the Lodge S'mores. Rich chocolate sauce, toast and marshmallow, strawberries, graham crackers, double fudge brownies, and pound cake. So you just kind of dip it in like a fondue. That's fun. Don't mind if I fondue. Graham cracker first. We're keeping it classic. Pound pound cake. Okay, and a brownie. What in the hell is going on here? I feel like my thermostat. I could not eat that brownie. And you might be thinking, Timmy, it's a brownie. What happened? What happened? What happened? You don't want to know. Keep your joy. Keep your happiness. Leave me behind. Graham crackers are fantastic. It tastes like they're from a delicious box. The marshmallows and chocolate themselves are good. The marshmallows have a classic toasted marshmallow flavor, and the chocolate does taste like a lighter chocolate. It almost tastes like a thick hot cocoa, which I really admire because this is such a rich dessert, so that kind of lightens it up just a little bit. See, even if I'm completely and utterly disgusted by the vile food I just ate, I can still compliment certain aspects of it. That's called being a professional adult man with a briefcase, you know? Now let's talk about the pound cake. Not the worst thing ever. My issue was it tasted sort of like a fridge, and I've mentioned this before on my channel. When something tastes like a fridge, it tastes like it's been sitting around other food for a long period of time. Like I can taste the essence of something salty, like maybe a casserole or a hamburger helper dish within it, but just a hint of it. And that's what happened here. There was a bit of a fridge flavor, something was off, but otherwise it tastes like pound cake. It wasn't a huge deal. The brownies though, must have been stored next to the jar of garlic. You know what? I haven't seen any vampires around here. Maybe the treaty is still happening and the wolves have garlic at the ready, because that brownie tasted like rotting garlic. And I don't want the Great Wolf CEO getting mad at me for saying that. That's my opinion. That's what it tasted like to me. And I don't even care if he owns 1,000 wolves and he tells them to go after me. I can run. It was so strong, I couldn't even taste the brownie in it. It was like a chewable, rotten, rancid hunk of garlic. And it disgusted me so badly, and that's shocking. That might be the worst bite of dessert I've ever had in my life. So we're off to a wonderful start. I can't wait for the next 2 days. Help me! I'm gonna give that a -0 out of 10 zeros. Remember the boy from the movie Holes? He was named after this score, 0. Tomorrow we are eating at the food court. We are eating at the breakfast buffet for brunch. It's gonna be great.
I'm about to leave and the waitress just told me, enjoy the rest of your stay. And I said, you too. I hate myself. I'm just kidding. I really love myself. I think I'm a prize to be won. I don't have the strength to do a full howl. Sorry. I just woke up. I probably look nasty. I think I have toothpaste residue stuck on my lips from brushing my teeth last night. Being hygienic can sometimes be ugly. I'm sorry I didn't say goodnight yesterday. That garlic powder McCormick brownie really took the wind out of my sails. You know, it really upset me. But I do have to say, I took a shower. It was fine. It was good. But this bed? I slept so good. I was so comfortable. I'm gonna get up in a second and we're gonna go eat at the breakfast buffet if it's opened. It should be. I'm so excited to feast. I wanna go in. I hope this food is better than last night's food. I'll see you there, bud, okay? Girlies, I'm freaking out. Who is she? I have a huge bug bite on my face. I'm sure it's a bug bite. It's not a pimple. It's very itchy and it feels like tight and it feels like I was just bit. It was the fake bugs on the lamp. This is an artificial robot bug bite. I'm gonna be a cyborg. I'm not mad at that, but it looks crazy. It's very red. I'm gonna walk outside. They're gonna think that I'm a clown. They're gonna think the Great Wolf Lodge is having like a clown party and I'm gonna make balloons or something. But it's okay. We're gonna make the best of this ugly day and we're gonna go have our brunch right now. I'm so hungry. So the breakfast buffet is in an area that's called Adventure Park. We're gonna explore it later and have so many adventures. But for now, only our gut is gonna have an adventure. Hopefully to Health City or possibly Flavor Town, but Disgusting Drive is also a possibility. The breakfast buffet restaurant is called Timber's Table Kitchen and it's $26.99 per person, which is pretty pricey for a breakfast buffet, but you know, let's give it a chance. Right? They had some muffins. They had some little breakfast pastries. I do feel like they could have filled up the table a bit more. It's a little empty. Maybe they're making room for the timber, you know? They also had some yogurt, some mac and cheese, chicken nuggets, tater tots, pancakes, frittatas, scrambled eggs, 2 kinds of sausage, breakfast potatoes, biscuits and gravy, and some form of blubber. And not even a big amount of blubber, like just a little chunk of it. So this is what I got for my first plate. I got some mac and cheese, some scrambled eggs, a biscuit, turkey sausage, a chicken nugget, and breakfast potatoes.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Timmy, this lighting is horrible. You should have control over this. You're producing a production, you know? Girlies, there's only so much I can control. Who do you think I am? Do you think I run the electrical grid? What I do know is that I'm actually grateful for this terrible lighting because it's hiding my hideous spider bite. I feel like I'm gonna become half insect during this meal. So if it happens, don't be surprised. If my antennas start tickling the lens, it is what it is. So I am actually feeling quite hopeful about this meal. Last night's meal was so despair-filled. I don't know why this is all really serving. Like the gravy looks really rich. So I'm ready. Let's dig in. Let's start breakfast with a good old chicken nugget. Cause mommy used to tell me, Leo Timmy, you gotta start every day with a fried morsel of goodness. And I take that very seriously. I want to cry, and I haven't cried in years because I have dry eye, but I want to. I haven't had to spit out a chicken nugget since me mom used pigeon. That was a horrible day. We were in New York City on a trip and she was like, there's so many chickens around. Okay, the orange juice is good. Tropicana. It's not that it was bad quality. It's not that it wasn't crispy. Overall, it seemed like a fine, typical nugget. It actually had the texture of a McNugget from McDonald's. My issue is that it tastes like old, rancid oil. I'm not sure if it is. Okay, I'm not saying that once again. It tasted so bad. Just terrible. There's people staring at me, but I'm getting used to it. I think I'm a star. I'm just kidding. I don't have a big ego, I promise. I'm half asleep and I have a bug bite on my face. Bear with me. Horrible nugget, 0 out of 10. Now we have mac and cheese. I know, another item that's not very common on a breakfast menu, but this is sort of like a brunch. Other brunches serve avocado toast. Great Wolf Lodge serves cheesy pasta. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I'm so grateful for that. I almost forgot what flavor was, and now I remember. I forgot that I put my chicken nugget in here and the whole chewed up nugget just fell out. I'm so embarrassed. That mac and cheese is honestly great. Is it very processed mac and cheese? Yes, but it's good processed mac and cheese. It's kind of giving like KFC mac and cheese, but actually a little bit sharper. There's a strong cheesy flavor, a bit of a sweetness. The sauce does feel kind of defrosted, but I feel like that's a common theme here and it really did not bother me this time. It was very flavorful, just not fresh tasting, but I really liked it. I'm gonna give that a nice strong 8 out of 10. Okay, yay! Next up, we have the biscuit and gravy. This looks incredible. I'm so excited. I'm not mad at that. The biscuit does taste freshly baked. It doesn't taste super different or unique, but it has that buttery, salty flavor. And the texture is very nice as well. I feel like it's cakey, but it also has little layers in it. It's kind of giving like wedding cake stacked up, but then compressed into one buttery, flaky, crisp John. It's buttery, flaky flake. It's a buttery, flaky crunch. And then the gravy itself just have a little bit, okay, this is gonna sound nasty, but I'm just gonna say it. Because on this channel, we're real with each other. We support each other, but we are also honest. You know how sometimes sausage, like breakfast sausage crumbles can taste like piss, but like a hint, and it's not enough to ruin it. You're like, oh, that's a familiar flavor that I've smelled before, mostly in the morning when it's extra concentrated. There was a hint of that, but otherwise it tastes like a classic sausage gravy. And I have to say, it does have an amazing texture. It is so thick and creamy. It is one of the thickest gravies I've had in recent memory. So I'm not mad at that at all. I'm gonna give it a nice 7 out of 10. Now it's time for the turkey sausage. They also had pork sausage, but I think we've all tried that. Turkey is sausage from a bird. It's like getting chicken from a cow, you know? It's fun, exciting, fresh, and it gobbles. Okay, there. I appreciate the fact that it's not greasy at all. I think turkeys are too full of thankfulness to hold even a droplet of Crisco. I think the texture's a little gritty and a little dry, but nothing too terrible. The flavor does have a sausagey vibe, but there's also a hint of purina, a hint of iams. You know, my oldest dog, Poo Poo, he's 10 now, and he eats canned dog food. So every morning I open up his can and I smell it and I go, disgusting! It stinks in here. The whole kitchen fills up with an odor. There was a hint of that odor in this turkey sausage's flavor, but just a little bit. Once again, it didn't ruin it. I could handle it. I'm used to being a mother of an elderly dog. So I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. Now we have the scrambled eggs. I'm a huge scrambled egg stan. When scrambled eggs taste good, I literally could eat a whole plate and that could be my breakfast, you know? I'm just trying to intake as much protein as I can before my weightlifting competition next week. I'm so nervous about it. There's this guy named Bruno. He has neck muscles that reach the ceiling. They're way above his head. I'm like, that doesn't look right, but he's gonna beat me. So at the end of the day, who's the winner? So I have to eat as many as possible. Who am I talking about? Where am I? Am I okay? Okay, with the gravy. I don't dislike them. I really don't. I've had much worse scrambled eggs. Are they the best? I would never say that. But I think they're decent enough. They taste like really plain processed scrambled eggs. They don't taste totally powdered to me. Maybe frozen, I don't know. But definitely not fresh. Simple, there's no weird aftertaste. It's okay. It's okay, okay. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Last but not least, for this plate, we're gonna get another plate. Breakfast potatoes. They look really crunchy. Let's see. Wait, is my bug bite gone? It stopped itching. It's still there, but it stopped itching. Wow, I'm getting better already. The forest has always been an unkind place, but here I am standing strong with the trees behind me and my future ahead of me. Those are not bad at all. They taste like red bliss potatoes. They are nicely sauteed, so they do have a bit of a crispy outside, very creamy and soft on the inside. No weird flavors at all, but my issue is there's no flavors in general. Besides maybe a hint of garlic powder. They said, Badia, let's sprinkle some of that on. And I appreciate they did that for this one dish because they did not do it for any other one. So I'm gonna give those honestly 6 out of 10. They could be so much worse.
For my second plate, I got some mini pancakes. I got the frittata. I was trying not to go so crazy with the pronunciation this time. A cinnamon roll and some tater tots.
Let's try the taters, precious.
I was trying to do Gollum, but I think because of my look, it's a bit too accurate and it might scare you. So let's just not.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
How'd you mess up potato tot? Tell me, explain it quickly. I was about to praise this place. I was about to say, they serve 2 kinds of potatoes? That's like really generous, you know? The people of Idaho would say, that's what we're all about. Spreading the starch of potato across the land. But these are terrible. I hate being negative. I'm such a joyful person, but not today. Just like the chicken nugget, very crunchy, great texture, fluffy on the inside. Horrible rancid oil flavor. This oil tastes like it was used 2,000 times and it's maybe even green at this point. I'm not saying it is. That's just what I'm imagining in my very visual brain. You know, it's probably very fresh oil that just happens to taste terrible, but I'm gonna have to give this a 0 out of 10. I don't know what's going on. Okay, pancakes, that's safe. Watch them taste like a foot. Who knows at this point? I can barely get through it. That's okay, they're durable, you know? During an apocalypse, these are the perfect snack. Let's see. I spoke too soon. I should have spoken so much later. Lesson learned. Those taste like a classic good old pancake, possibly made with Bisquick, who knows? But I like Bisquick because it's so quick.
Would you like more orange juice?
No, I'm good. But yes, thank you. When the robots do take over finally, I'm really gonna fit in because I'm always glitching. Those are classic. Yes, they were a little bit chewy, but I can handle that. I've eaten a whole trout. I can handle anything. I'm gonna give that a nice strong 8 out of 10. Truly, I liked it. Now we got the Nelly frittata. She makes the best songs and the best eggs. It seems to have some toppings, like maybe peppers, but the inside doesn't really have anything. Interesting. that one literally hurt me. For some reason, it tasted like ground chicken, and that gave me the ick. I know that eggs are future chickens, but I don't care. They taste very different to me, and I don't associate chicken with egg unless if I'm thinking of science, you know what I mean? So the fact this tasted like ground chicken with peppers, it just didn't sit right with me. Sit next to me instead. There's also no seasoning, no salt, no nothing. It's just literally chicken and peppers. Let's make a sub. 0 out of 10. Oh. I saved the safest item for last, the cinnamon roll. This can't be bad. There's no way. I even love the most processed cinnamon rolls. It's the center bite, the best part. I've never been more grateful. That's truly fantastic. First of all, it tastes freshly baked. It's warm. It has a slightly gooey texture to it with the gooey icing on top. Oh, incredible. Very cinnamony, perfectly sweet, and it has the flavor of the old McDonald's cinnamon rolls they used to have. If you're not an ancient relic like me with extreme dry eyes, a massive thyroid, male pattern baldness, an ingrown toenail, if you don't have any of those old people problems, you might not know this. McDonald's used to make the best cinnamon rolls. I think they were called probably like a McRoll or Mick Auntie Anne's. Who knows? I don't remember, but they were so good, and this tastes a lot like that, and it really brought me back. 10 out of 10. Well, even though breakfast had a few hits, mostly misses, I still think it was better than last night's dinner. So I think things are looking up. So this morning I forgot to do my OOTD. What do we think? I did bring a nicer outfit, but once I got here, I realized that the vibe was more cash, you know, and I felt like Buc-ee's really embodied that. And of course, I have my Amazon shorts that I've had for years that are honestly kind of falling apart, but they're holding on for now. I just always see strings coming out of them, and I pull them out, and I have my Skechers, of course, comfortable, airy, powerful. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Ow! There was some sort of a hard metal piece here. I prefer my couches boneless, I'm sorry. Also, my bug bite is basically gone now. I don't know what that was. Was it a test? I mean, I think I passed. I did not go full panic. You know, I could have. Anyways, girlies, it's time to explore the whole hotel premises. Now, I realize we're halfway into the video and we have not even seen the water park yet. I'm so sorry. I need to take my job more seriously. That's the whole point of the title and everything. We are starting this Great Wolf Lodge tour with the view of the roof, some trees, and also the really faded water slides. Girl, where's Picasso when you need to get some painting done? Anyways, this is the directory. As you can see, everything is on the first floor. So we're back in the lobby. There was some sort of a show going on. The candelabras were changing color. I didn't know they had that kind of tech here after the check-in touchpad failed. Fireside is right in the main lobby. We ate there once. We're gonna eat there again later. Sadly, they also have a place where you can take pictures with the Great Wolf Pack. I'm guessing this is their Beatles. This is their iconic band. I've personally never heard of these flops, but I'm glad they're still trying. They have a photo booth that is owned by Hilton for some reason, so you can take a picture with Paris. There's also a coin maker where I'm sure you can put a wolf on a coin or something. What else would you put on it? A lodge? And this is the main gift shop. It's called Buckhorn Emporium, Build-A-Bear, and Candy Company. The head of marketing said, listen, let's use every word in the dictionary. They had this giant Build-A-Bear mascot that was giving out high fives. I gave him an air high five because I don't trust the germs on him. And it's a pretty big store. I felt like I was in a Five Below, but like a much nicer one. And these are some of the Build-A-Bear options, mostly non-bears, but that's nice. I guess they're just inviting anyone now. And this is the Candy Emporium area. It's a whole wall of just sugar and tooth decay. Now, this is the conference center area. If you're visiting Great Wolf Lodge for business, this is where you're gonna stay, okay? So I walked all the way down the hallway and I found it. There were no business people around, so I decided to make the world my stage. Now, this is the Freshwoods Market. I spent a lot of money here buying a lot of water. It was very pricey, but they also have some frozen food, some ice creams, yogurts, all the classic stuff. Oh, and some popcorn. And look at this, girlies. They have a whole real life Dunkin. Now, were they a bit low on donuts? Yes. Were there multiple empty trays? Of course. But the fact they have outside food at the Great Wolf Lodge gave me some hope. And they also have an ice cream shop with lots of different flavors. Not as many as Baskin & Robbins. They have like 38 or something, right? But still a lot. You know, it's not a competition, even though it is. is. Now, this is inside Adventure Park. This is sort of a rope obstacle course situation type deal type moment. It's very hectic and you can do it if you're not afraid of heights. I would never, because I'm a terrified, anxious being. Now, this is the party den. So if you want to throw a party, I guess you can rent this out maybe. I don't know what the cost is, but if I had to guess, I would say $10 trillion. It looks very nice. And this is Magic Quest. I thought it was some sort of like experience, but no, it's a store where you can buy magical things like these different characters. This one's called Something Dream. We got Timberstone. We got Star Cloud. And last but not least, Undermoon. Does she know Carrie? And this is the food court, the Hungry Wolf Food Hall. We're gonna eat there later for dinner. And they also have an arcade, which was full of lights and noises and sounds like a typical arcade, but they also have this really terrified Peach. Girl, what happened? You look crazy. And this is 10 Paw, which is a bowling alley. That's a very nice amenity. Now this is it, the main event, the Great Geyser Water Park. If you don't know what a geyser is, it's basically like a hot sneeze from the earth and it smells like a rotten egg, but I'm sure this place doesn't. And guess what? It did not. This is the inside of it. As you can see, they have tons of water slides. And at first I thought that these like air conditioning tubes were slides as well, but then I was like, wait, that doesn't look safe. So they're definitely not. That's good. The food hall has a little window here too, so you can get food in the water park. That's very nice. They have a little store with all the swimming essentials. And as you can see, it really was giving geyser. I've been to Yellowstone, okay? I was like 4 and I was like, what is going on? Why does it smell like this? That's my only memory of it, the stench. A lot of the slides looked really fun. Some of them were translucent and looked a little old, but what are they gonna do? Scrub the inside of the slide? That seems like a lot of work. I don't blame them. There was a little basketball area if you're into sports and football, and there was a lazy river as well, which looked really fun. It's for the laziest among us. I would fit right in. And they also had inside cabanas if you wanna sunbathe under the fluorescent lights. And just here's the other side of the water park. There's not much more to say. It looks real cool. This is the outside of it. As you can see, the outside slides look even crustier than the inside slides, but I do like the fact that they're coming out of the wall. It makes the whole place a bit more whimsical and exciting. And there's an outside pool as well. And that's the tour, girlies. What do we think? I felt so peaceful. And then I went back to my room and this happened.
Attention, attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants walk to the nearest exit and evacuate the building immediately.
Girl!
Do not use the elevator.
Girl!
Walk to the nearest stairway. Do not
Stairway!
use the elevator.
I'm on the
Walk to
7th floor.
nearest stairway.
Oh, what do I do? Wait, let me grab my stuff. What is going on? I was just editing. I was just minding my business.
Attention, attention. An emergency has been reported.
Oh my God.
And evacuate the building immediately.
I heard you. I'm not leaving this behind, girl. This is my career. It has my video on it. And my medication for my thyroid.
Attention, attention.
Oh! It stopped? I'm safe? Well, should I check? Should I? Let me see. Hello? Everything's fine. Everything's calm. Okay, I'm staying. It is time for our day 2 dinner at the Hungry Wolf Food Hall. So basically, you just order on a touch screen. Here's all the different options. I'm going through it quickly. Pay attention. They got burgers, pizza, chicken tenders, fries, a bunch of appetizers. So I got the chicken nachos, a fiery Fritos nacho double burger with fries, and some lemon pepper wings. And it was extremely expensive. Okay, girlies. Oh. My tailbone. Maybe I am part wolf. That really hurt. I am gonna be eating on the trunk that is a fraud. It's fake, full of absolutely nothing, because this has the best lighting. And I feel like all the meals I've had so far have had absolutely horrible lighting. I needed one meal that was perfect. So we are on the floor in the gutters and we're gonna feast. Now, I was honestly not excited to try this place just because all the food so far has been so mediocre, and this is the fast food option, right? So I'm like, if those were bad, this is gonna be worse. But I have to say, the stench is incredible. I want this stench as a perfume. So I'm so hyped. We have chicken nachos. We got different things. I'm so excited. Let's first try the fries. They have a big B on them, which stands for brave, because you're brave to be eating at the Great Wolf Lodge. But the fries look pretty good. They feel fresh. Let's try them. They're stale. They're kind of good. Ranch. Okay. Ah! I like these, I do. The fries themselves are kind of cold, but they taste like a good cold fry. These are extremely well salted. They don't taste like old oil. So that was a problem at the sit-down restaurant, not at the fast food one, unless if they just filled the vat back up and they were like, you know what? It's time. It's been 100 years. Let's change the oil. It's so foggy. I can't even see what I'm frying, you know? They are simple, typical, but good. So I'm gonna give them a 7 out of 10. I'm really not mad. Okay, blessed Aunt Lydia, that was a good item. Let's keep this going. Here's the chicken nachos. I don't know if it's translating on camera, but this looks super pathetic. Do you see what I mean? The chicken looks kind of gray, which reminds me of Beth from Little Women. You know, she never got to have nachos because they weren't invented when the fever struck her forehead and took her out twice. The first one weakened her heart. The second one completely destroyed her. They were like $18 or something, and just something about them just doesn't look right. We got some shredded chicken. We got some guacamole that looks like it's been melted. And then we got sour cream and nacho cheese. Not a lot of toppings for super pricey nachos, but looks can be deceiving. These might be the best nachos I've ever had. I'm never gonna judge a nacho by its pale chicken. So let's get some of everything in one bite. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm enjoying this. Can you tell? Why am I going in right now? You didn't see me do that. I don't usually do that. Okay, don't judge me. We've all done it once or twice. You haven't? Oh, are you from Milwaukee? I'm sorry. Sorry, I got kind of mean there. Speaking of meanness and evil itself, yesterday when I was checking in, like in the actual check-in line, not at the kiosk, the lady in front of me was very mad, like instantly. I saw her get into line right before me, okay? We were standing for 2 minutes and she just started saying, what's taking so long? And she looked at me and she was like, what's going on here? And I said, oh, I don't know. The kiosk didn't work for me, so I got into line. And then she was like, what's taking so long? What's going on? And I didn't want anyone around us to think that I was talking badly with her. So I was just like, yeah. And she wouldn't stop. And it was almost her turn in line, but she was just so mad. And she literally said about the employees, she was like, these people need to get their heads checked. And I went, I just ignored her at that point because I was like, I don't want to associate with this mean person. It had been a few minutes. Anyways, people like that are just miserable. I swear. I get it. The world is horrible right now. It's disgusting, but don't take it out on innocent people that are just doing their job. Anyways, wow, that got very serious and very deep. I love being a therapist. I really do. Next up, we got the chicken wings.
Filming Timmy was so busy rambling that he forgot to do his job. He did not critique the nachos. Idiot sandwich. So let me. The nachos actually weren't that bad. They weren't good, obviously, but the chips were crunchy. The chicken had no flavor, but it was salted and it was real and it was moist. So it was not terrible. The nacho cheese tasted like classic nacho cheese. Love that. The sour cream tasted fine, and the melted looking guacamole shockingly did not taste like a big booger. It tasted like holy guacamole. I'm gonna give them a 5 out of 10.
You girlies know that I only get bone-in chicken wings now. I used to hate them back in the day when I was an uncultured swine, but now I am a cultured swine and I love bone-in wings. But I didn't really feel safe getting bone-in wings here. I'm not saying that they would be undercooked, but I am saying that I was a little scared. Okay, so instead I got boneless wings. I just felt like it was a safer bet just in case, and they'll taste like chicken nuggets. It's fine. I got lemon pepper. Oh, these look good. These look good. Oh my goodness. I love lemon pepper. It's my favorite wing flavor by miles. Every bit of salt in the ocean has been sucked out and put into this wing. The whales are swimming right now saying, the ocean's got a little sweetness to it. Where'd the salt go? Let's try it with ranch.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna dehydrate. I literally can't, it's too much. It's too salty. This is truly not even a boneless wing. This is salt with a boneless wing garnish. I feel like I'm in the pink Himalayas, just licking the caves. Now I have to say, thankfully, the chicken does not have an icky texture. A lot of boneless wings do have an icky texture. So the quality is not bad, but I literally cannot taste anything other than salt. 1 out of 10. Last but not least, we got a burger. Now I'm excited about this burger because this is the what's it called? The Frito Factory burger. This is the Fiery Fritos Nacho Double Burger. And it seems to have a cheese sauce, some sort of other sauce, Fritos, and jalapeno. Oh, and also guacamole. This sounds up my alley because I grew up eating Frito pies. If you don't know what that is, then your favorite condiment is probably mayo. And that's okay. I accept you and I forgive you. But a Frito pie basically is not actually a pie. It is Fritos underneath a bowl of chili. Then you put cheese. Some people put sour cream and lettuce and tomato. I prefer mine with mostly cheese, Fritos, and a little bit of sour cream. Just a hint, maybe half a dollop. Daisy's like, you don't want my whole dollop? Daisy, I'm a married man. And so Fritos on a burger kind of sounds like a Frito pie burger. I just wish it had some chili on it too. That would be so nice. But, oh, okay. What is this? Why are there 3? Why are there 3 patties? Why? Why? I'm not mad, but I'm flabbergasted in the words of the Great Britain. And there's jalapenos and some Fritos. I wish I had more Fritos. Doesn't seem like a lot. And some sort of sauce. I did actually put no cheese because I'm trying to eat less dairy and the nachos already had cheese. So I'm trying to balance it out, girlies. Don't be mad at me. Let's take off 2 patties. Now let's see how this is. So with the 1 patty, it's doable because I actually really like the topping combination. I love the Fritos with the spicy pickled jalapenos. It's a nice salty, sour, spicy vibe. And then the sauce on top is like a spicy mayo and it goes so well with the Fritos. So I'm loving that. And when there's only 1 beef patty, the toppings kind of mask it, if that makes sense. But when there's 3, it's disastrous. These beef patties literally just taste like cardboard. They don't have any beef flavor. I'm fine with a theme park burger. You know, I'm riding my roller coaster, I'm munching on a burger, I'm like, woo! Because theme park burgers typically have a processed beef flavor, but at least there's a beef flavor. These have no flavor. They have none. And to me, that's very repulsive. So other than the meat, it's actually kind of good, but with the meat, it's horrible. So I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. Well, I think this meal is actually a little bit better than the sit-down restaurant last night, but girlies, I think I'm staying here for 1 day too long, to be honest. I thought there was a second sit-down restaurant, but there's not. I don't know why I thought that, but I wrote it down in my plans and everything. So tomorrow, we're just gonna eat at the same places. Oh wait, there's a Dunkin. Maybe we'll have Dunkin tomorrow and treat ourselves to non-wolf food, you know? Luxury. And then tomorrow night, we're going back to the first sit-down restaurant to, I guess, see if the other items are better, but I'm really gonna watch out for any garlic flavors I come across. I'm ready. Good morning. Hello, sky. Hola, trees. Mother Earth, you shine with ease. Oh my God. Good morning, girlies. Another day, another trashy outfit. I'm half asleep. I have really massive bags under my eyes, but that's okay. Totes are very in. I got my little Taylor Swift shirt and, oh, look at the back, it's so cute. 1989. Oh! I love a vintage look, you know? So I think we are gonna have Dunkin. I know this might not be the most exciting taste test. A lot of you have had Dunkin. You know what it tastes like, but it's been a while for me, okay? I haven't had it in a couple years. No, I think I had like a wake up wrap like a couple months ago, but that's it. So it's all gonna be really new. Like I used to eat at Dunkin' when they were still called Dunkin' Donuts, AKA I was a caveman. Those were the good old days. So I'm really hyped about this. Let's go get it. And then tonight we are eating at Fireside once again. It's the big second chance meal after my chocolatey garlic fest.
Oh, Duncan, do you ever miss when you were confident about your identity? When you were proud of your donut? I'm proud of my donut. Here's the menu. If you've never been to Dunkin', this is all new and shocking to you. I sent in my order and they called me Tim Moth instead of Tim Butterfly, which made me feel so insecure about my hairy back.
Yes, we are eating on the bed. Every time I eat on the bed, someone says,
Ew! Who eats on the bed?
Daddy, chill. I do. I eat on the bed when I want to feel magical and I want to feel like I'm having room service. And I put a towel down, okay? I'm so hungry. I got 4 things: bacon avocado toast, hash browns, cheddar and bacon egg bites, and a ham and Swiss croissant. Let's go. This is the avocado bacon toast. It looks good, but I do wish they added just a little more bacon. I think there's enough pepper to go around, don't you think? I have had this before, but it's been a while. Mm. Mmm. That was so good. I love it. The sourdough was definitely a little bit sour. It was perfectly toasted, just a little bit, so it's still chewy and not like fully crispy. Who is that? I was giving elderly owl, I'm sorry. The avocado spread itself did taste a bit processed. It tasted like packaged avocado spread, but it still had a really good flavor, very limey. And it also had a strong kind of like olive oil flavor to it. So I really felt like I was in Greece in a massive bowl of Greek salad. Remember, there's a top model photo shoot where all the girls had to pose in a massive bowl of Greek salad. And I've always wanted that to be me. Oh. And then the bacon was amazing. The thing about Dunkin's bacon is that it's a little sweet. There's a little brown sugariness to it, caramelized. I just wish there was more of it. And the everything bagel seasoning added some saltiness, some garlicky onioniness, and I honestly loved it. 9 out of 10. Wow. It feels so good to have non-Great Wolf Lodge food for once, honestly. I'm sick of this place. It's a great place if you like loud environments and really bad food. Next up, we got the hash browns. These are them. Of course, I've had these before too. They smell so good. It's been a while. I'm not gagging. What happened? Let me put those away. Don't worry, that's the towel. It's just some grease. I put my face grease on towels. There's not a big difference. Those aren't as good as I remembered. I think the one thing that makes them stand out is the onion essence. That's what also makes your armpit stand out as well. No, but other than that, they're not that good. I think they're too salty, first of all. Extremely greasy, much greasier than other fast food hash browns. Not crispy in the slightest, and I think a little bit undercooked. They had a bit of a potatoey crunch, and I enjoy biting into a potato maybe on a hot summer's day, but in the morning at the Great Wolf Lodge, not so much, not so much. So I'm gonna have to give those a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry. Next up, we got the Starbucks egg bites. Now they put them in a cup, which I'm fine with. I'll drink them if I have to. These are my favorite things in the world. So wait, did I call them Starbucks egg bites? Did I? They're basically a lot like Starbucks egg bites, but they have a hole in the middle because of the donut theme, even though that's not even the theme of the restaurant anymore. I think they're trying to save money. They're like, that's a little less egg we have to pay for. A little less morsel. I get it, I'm a businessman, but at the end of the day, that's greed. Cheddar and bacon, oh my God. Those are just phenomenal. I will say they did taste a little overcooked. I think they took time away from the hash browns, but other than that, they're so good. If you haven't had them, they're basically like a creamy omelet, but they don't really have an eggy taste. They taste much more like a sharp cheese meets a cream cheese with a bacony vibe, but there's also like a hint of hot sauce tanginess in there, but it's not spicy. It has that kind of tartness. I love it so much. 9 out of 10, slay, okay. Okay, now, last but not least, we have the ham and cheese croissant. Je m'appelle croissant bella. What is on that? Oh, it's cheese. It looked like oats or something. I was like, girl, is this gonna be healthy? Because I love healthy food, of course, but sometimes the flavor is just a little dusty. I got this because my sister told me that I had to try it. She was like, have you ever had the croissant with the ham and cheese from Dunkin'? I said, no, I have not. And she said, you have to try it. It's the best thing ever. So I'm expecting the world. And if it's not that, I'm not gonna taste test dinner. The video will be over. Oh! Now that's proof that good taste buds run in the family. Let me tell you, my sister should be the host. It should be Sarah's Takeout. That is fantastic. It does just taste like a classic ham and cheese croissant, but like a little extra good in every way. The top of it is crunchy from that cheese, but the croissant itself is so buttery and so flaky, and it makes me want to go to Paris, work at a bakery, have a boss named Monsieur. The ham is like thick and it tastes more like a fancy Canadian bacon than like lunch meat ham, if that makes sense. It's very smoky and a little bit sweet actually, like honey roasted. Wait, no, is that a peanut that's honey roasted or ham? Honey baked, honey baked. Okay, and the cheese is great. I think it's Swiss, so it's salty, sharp, tangy, and it goes so well with the sweet ham. I loved it. I'm gonna give it a very strong 9 out of 10. Well, Dunkin reminded me what decent food is like, and I'm so thankful for that. Okay, so it's time for the final dinner at Fireside. Am I terrified? I am terrified, but I did decide to dress up a little bit for this final meal. Just because it's the grand finale, I like to make things special. Let's go. I was cosplaying as a crab.
Hello, old friend. Please be nice to me today. It was very calm because I got there right when they opened, and for the first time I noticed they have a fake fireplace, an illusion of heat.
Yes, I was the first person seated in the whole restaurant, and for a moment I felt like I rented out the whole place just cause I didn't want to be seen, the paparazzo, you know. This is what it's like to be a world-renowned influencer. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Are there people next to me now over there? Yes, there are, but I still feel special, and that's what matters. Girlies, I just ordered. I got the sampler for my appetizer. It's 3 appetizers. I went all out, okay? And I saw that it comes with lodge-made ranch. Really lodge-made. I tried the ranch last time. Like I said, it tasted like Hidden Valley. So are we just in the land of make-believe? Or does the ranch taste just like Hidden Valley? We'll never know. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I forgot I got a Diet Coke. I really am going all out. Ah, the singe of the oxygen bubble. I love it. There's nothing better. And the second thing I wanted to talk about is a realization I had. I realized that this place reminds me of a certain ship, an evil vessel that sails the 7 seas and curses all the sea life. Margaritaville at sea. The lightning was so loud that time. Every time I say it, it gets scarier. That was my least favorite cruise. And I'm not saying that this hotel is as bad, but something about the vibe reminds me of that. Everything is so expensive, yet the food is so, frankly, terrible so far. And it's so loud and it has a party atmosphere. Something about it just brought me back to those dark-sided memories. So I just had to say that. I will tell you my final thoughts after I eat dinner though. So stay tuned.
Here's the sampler. We got the mozzarella sticks, some buffalo wings, and jalapeno poppers, along with some carrots to gnaw on.
So the sampler looks decent. It looks good. You never know. We got some really long mozzarella sticks, some bone-in buffalo wings, and some micro jalapeno poppers. I've never seen a jalapeno this small, have you? Which do I try first? Let's do the mozzarella stick. Oh. Okay, I did not expect Miss Cow to slay the house boots down, mama. Well, it didn't slay, but I think the cheese inside is really good quality, I have to say. It's a very milky mozzarella. You can really taste the dairy. Pasteurized, thankfully. It's very stretchy. It has a good chewiness to it. It's very nice. I think my small issues come from the breading. The breading is very salty. Not as salty as the lemon pepper wings yesterday, but still too salty. There was also a hint of an old oil flavor. Nothing too strong this time. It did not ruin it, but it was there. I have to say it. I have to state what my taste buds are feeling because they can't speak for themselves. They don't have a mouth. They're in a mouth. You know what I mean? But I will say that the breading has a really nice thin crispiness to it that I did enjoy. So not bad. I'm gonna give those 5. Yes. Now it's time for the teeny tiny eeny weeny jalapeno popper. They're giving. Now this is a plot twist. M. Night Shyamalan could not write this if he tried. Now I know why they're so tiny. That's not a whole jalapeno. That's chopped up, and then it's shaped to look like a jalapeno. It reminds me of the McRib. They chop up the pork, but then they shape it to look like it has bones, so you can feel like a dog while gnawing on it. But the flavor and the texture, iconic, fantastic. Probably the best Great Wolf Lodge item I've had the whole week. Oh my god. I like burped, but a little piece of food popped back out. Oh my gosh, it's so good. These are so good. I love the jalapeno poppers. Thank you. Oh my god. I proudly spoke the truth. This is the year of honesty and growth. The flavor of the jalapeno really came through, even though it was chopped up. It was spicy, a little bit tangy. The cheese sauce within tasted like really trashy good nacho cheese. I love that. And the breading is thick and cakey kind of, but it's still crunchy on the outside. And there's not one hint of old oil. That's what I like to see. Yes. Keep this up, Great Wolf Lodge. 10 out of 10. Now we have the chicken wings. So I tried the boneless chicken wings yesterday. Horrible. These are the bone-in ones and they're buffalo flavor. I love buffalo. So let's see. Perfect. Thank you. Just making sure it's fully cooked. I think it is. Is that smell coming from my bowl? Why does it smell like a sweaty pit? With ranch? Those wings aren't bad. Okay, listen. I was fully expecting goopy, ooey gooiness. You know what I mean? Like when a wing is low quality, it's so bloopy and gloopy. But not this. This is a pretty lean wing, not too small. It has a nice buffalo flavor, a tiny bit crispy on the outside. I'm just surprised that it tastes normal. What a concept, right? Is it anything special? No, but I think it's a good enough wing. I'm gonna give that a nice 6.5 out of 10. Okay.
For my entree, I got the chili lime chicken bowl. It's a very big portion. I was very excited about that.
So even though this bowl smells like Anne Hathaway's character in Les Mis, oh, she stunk. I'm gonna give it a chance. This is the chili lime chicken bowl. It has brown rice, okay, health and wellness, chili lime chicken, black beans, roasted corn, pico de gallo, queso fresco, tortilla strips, avocado, and chipotle crema. Okay, the portion of chicken is very enlarged and swollen. I'm impressed by that. Let's try to get everything in one bite. Ooh, avocado. I love avocado so much. Great.
Would you like breakfast as well?
I'm good. But thank you so much. Was I convincing? Let's talk about the positives first. The portion size is huge. Now let's talk about the negatives. There's so many. I think the only edible part of this is the chicken. Shockingly, the chicken is really good quality, nicely shredded, tender, and it kind of just tastes like it has a packet of taco seasoning on it. Old El Paso, to be precise. He's so old. I wonder what he was like back in the day. Oh, El Paso, you used to have so much energy. The rest of it is, to me, inedible. The crema just tastes like really salty mayonnaise, okay? I'm just eating the chicken, by the way. That's what I'm gnawing on right now. The avocado, for some reason, is like extra mushy in a very odd way. It almost feels like someone pretending to be avocado, but I don't trust them. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? There's only a few beans. It's like kind of just like sprinkled on. Like it's not like actual beans and like sauce, if that makes sense. And the worst part is the brown rice. The brown rice, to me, this is gonna sound so gross, but it genuinely tastes like an old sock. Like when I picture an old sock, I think to myself, muskiness, grime, oils, sweat, everything Neutrogena fights against. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think of. And so when I eat this rice, that's honestly what it gives me. I'm not saying it has any of that in it. I'm just saying that's what it tastes like to me personally.
It's my opinion!
It grossed me out so bad that I literally cannot take another bite of that. But like I said, the chicken is doable. The sampler was too good to be true. Even though it was true, it exists. Of course, evil had to follow. So I'm gonna give this a 1.5 out of 10. And there's so much of it. There's just so much.
For my dessert, I got the cookie skillet with ice cream and the biggest blob of whipped cream as well.
If this tastes like a head of garlic, I swear to Aunt Lydia, I'm leaving. Well, I'm literally leaving after this, so either way, I'm out of here. But it looks good. There's a huge blob of whipped cream on top. I love that. Oh, there's ice cream too. I miss you, dairy. Oh, and there's like little M&Ms on top. Let's see what it's giving. Please be good. Please be good. Great Wolf, I forgive you. I do. If anyone was gonna find a way to mess up a skillet cookie, it was gonna be Great Wolf Lodge, but they overcame. They defied the odds, which were not in their favor. They were in Katniss's, and they slayed it. They slayed it. This is phenomenal. Does it taste like every other skillet cookie I've had? Yes, but it doesn't taste like rotting garlic. It's ooey gooey, very sweet, but it has that classic buttery, almost salty brown sugar flavor with tons of chocolate chips. The M&Ms add a nice little crunch. It's a little singed on the edges, which I love, and the ice cream melts into it and just makes it even better. So I'm gonna have to give this a 9 out of 10. Wow. Yay. Well, girlies, the video's over. It's been quite the journey. We've had some ups, but we've mostly had a lot of downs. That's okay though. We keep pushing forward, right? And I'm not ending the video here. We're ending it somewhere much more special.
Boo! Hey, it's me editing Timmy, so now it's the time to check out the new channel, because this video is over. So the link is below, girl.
I had to end the video in front of Jacob. And I had to do that too. I'm so sorry. It's an impulse at this point. Here are my final thoughts on the Great Wolf Lodge. I think it's a very fun place for families. There's fun things to do. There's the water park. There's the rope course. There's ice cream. There's a candy shop, you know. But it has some of the worst food I've ever had in my career. Genuinely. There were a few little highlights, but it was mostly terrible. So if you plan to come here, maybe pack a lunch, a little bologna sandwich or something, you know. But it's definitely not worthless. I think that it has a lot to offer. It's just not for a food critic with a high-end palate like me. Even though that Dunkin really ate me up this morning. It was so good. Anyways, girlies, thank you so much for watching. If you watched this whole video, you are that girly, truly. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next week. Bye, girlies. Mwah.